Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to round number 7 of the NSCA 2023 Fastenal Cup Series season. I'm joined today by Meep, and today we are at Pocono Raceway. Last time out, it was Theodore Keene earning his first career win, and taking advantage of an unfortunate bit of heartbreak for Brendan Hancock, who got caught up in a late race incident. But as we turn today to the 2.5 mile long tricky triangle, it is actually Theodore Keene taking that momentum from Richmond and earning the pole alongside Erica Reinhardt, Merzlak, Henson Jr., Nomina, Kiro, Granger, English, Kiro, and Hayner, the top 10. And no, we are not going to have engine failures. Ian Wallace, stop having engine failures. Anyways, Meep, what are you looking for in today's race at uh, Pocono? Sorry, I was stumbling over my words.
Well, first of all, thank you very much for having me. I'm very excited. I'm very excited to see how these drivers are going to get off turn 2 and turn 3, the tunnel turn, and then the final corner. So, turn 2, sharp, quick corner, and turn 3 headed for a long straightaway. We may see some tire failures today. Who knows? But yeah, I'm really excited to see how these drivers are going to do. Pace car leading the field around, coming back into pit road.
Well, hopefully we don't see any tire failures today. Green flag is that we are racing at the tricky triangle. Theodore Keene, Erica Reinhardt lead them down towards turn 1.
It's going to be that number 33. Going ahead, get him a little bit of a lead. The 80 there made a good move. I think back from the third row is where I saw him, up to second place now.
Yep, Jensen Nomina side by side with Erica Reinhardt for second as they enter the tunnel turn for the first time of 70 laps today. That reminds me, let me get the ticker going here. And Nomina now chasing after Keene, as now Reinhardt continues to fall back a little bit here at the opening run. Maybe tire's a bit too cold there.
And here comes Kira looking to the inside at Pathfinder Racing. He's been having a good season so far. Central Championship favorite.
That certainly is the case. And of course, the man leading the championship is Mikey Willard, and he is currently running deep in the field here. Ooh, 3 wide here as they enter the tunnel turn. That is Blade Runner, Crown Jr., and Ian Wallace. Ian Wallace drops back, makes it 2 wide. In fact, where is the Ooh, apparently we had a pass for the lead here. Noma now leads them as Kiro side by side with Keene down the front straightaway. Meep, you still with us? Meep, are you there?
Yeah.
All right.
Here.
You were silent
Sorry,
there for
folks,
a little
I'm
while.
having technical issues right now.
All right.
Yeah, I'm I was just with the 5D, so give me a sec. I'll be right. Power cut us. So.
All right. Well, while you're working on those, I'll go ahead and continue here. So, Nomina was able to take the lead from Keene, and now here comes Hunter Kiro, able to clear Nomina off of turn number 1. Now here comes Granger, who is familiar with running up front at these big tracks. He, of course, won the Daytona 500 to kick off the season. He's going to take second away from Nomina. Alana Kiro also is running well here in early going. She is currently running fourth, and Cole Dillon, who was having a good run up until getting caught behind the slower traffic late in the going last time out in Richmond, is running at the back edge of the top five here. Then you have Ryan Vaughn behind him. Theodore Keene has fallen back to sixth after starting on pole and leading the first couple of laps here. Erica Reinhardt right behind him in seventh. Then you got Brayon Stojanovic and Brandon Hancock rounding out the top 10. And now Hancock side by side with Stojanovic off of turn number one. And the points leader who's basically led the points since his win at Auto Club in the second race of the season, Mikey Willard, now trying to crack the top 10 as they enter the tunnel turn. So the field basically already starting to get stretched out here as Hunter Kiro has not been able to run away from Nomina or McGranger. So on the front straightaway they go to complete lap 5 of 70.
Okay.
Meep, that came out a little bit robotic there.
Sorry.
No worries. No worries. After all, you did mention it was raining in your area, so that could just be, signal interference.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, back to this race. As we're still too wide and back at the pack. And 57 looking the inside of the 80, I think that is.
Yep.
If I remember correctly. Yes, I am, but he's not going to be able to make that move into turn one. Maybe next lap. Who knows?
Well, the speed of Queen City Racing has been surprising so far this season, as we see Cole Dillon make a move on Alana Kiro right behind in turn two and is able to complete that pass. We just take a look through here out the field here. Back up front, it looks like the top 14 or 15 cars single file. In fact, there's actually a little bit of a breakaway with RJ Bishop being the tail end of that.
And honestly, props to Keane, still keeping up this front pack. He really had much of a good season so far. I mean, sure, one top 10, but he's finishing 30th, maybe 20th here in these races. Sure, he had a win at Richmond, but very dubious circumstances. So he really hasn't shown speed this season.
Of course,
So
Bishop
interesting.
family. Go ahead.
Interesting on seeing what he can do. No. I was finished there.
Yeah, Bishop Family Racing, of course, not necessarily the best team on the grid. So now we see RJ Bishop go to the inside of Crago there. And looks like he's going to complete the pass and become side by side with Brandon Hancock there as they rocket down the front straightaway now. As we have completed 9 laps, we're now on lap 10 of 70. So the laps clicking off pretty quickly here. So see Mikey Willard now go side by side with Fedor Keen, who has continued to fall back. RJ Bishop, by the way, completed the pass on Hancock, and now here comes Crago to the inside of the 3 as well. So as they run, it is now Hunter Kiro, Nomina, McGranger, Dylan, Lana Kiro, Reinhardt, Vaughn, and then Willard, I believe, rounding out the top 10. Maybe Keen. No, Bishop is in 10th, actually, doing the count. Assuming I've done the counting correctly, of course. And Robert Dobbs is doing pretty well there in 13th. Although he is at the head of that second pack. He's lost touch to the leaders there a little bit. Echo Evans Ross running decently there. Just running second in that second pack there. Followed closely by fellow rookie. In fact, it's a trainer rookies at the start of the second pack. With Henson Jr. kind of interspersed there as well. Also, I just realized the computer crashing did not save the fact that I had the small spoilers enabled. Or disabled and went to the large spoilers. So they're running the small spoilers here. And we'll just say it's experimental package for testing or something like that. Anyways,
yeah, I guess the NSA is just like that.
anyways, speaking of stuff, Nomina has fallen back to 5th and whatnot. So, and Cole Dillon is now up to 2nd. McGranger's still 3rd. Lana Kiro up to 4th. Reinhardt still in 6th, so still running pretty decently in that 81 car for Bledsoe Brothers Racing. Got Mikey Willard in 7th. Vaughn down to 8th. Bishop up to 9th. Crago in 10th. And Keen has fallen back now outside the top 10 in 11th, with Hancock barely keeping touch with this first pack in 12th.
It's still a good day for the 33rd car. Seeing how he's been running, it's still got to be within touching of the top 10.
It still came out
As we see, almost 3 wide. What is that?
Yep, that is Lana Kiro getting around McGranger, and now Nomina trying to take advantage and try to regain at least one of the spots he lost there.
Hunter Kier probably has car of the day as that. Oh, who is it? Who? Who's that? Car. Oh, Cole Dillon. Cole Dillon is keeping the 92 on, so he really can't make mistakes if he wants to maintain his lead. But these two probably the best two cars of the day so far.
At the moment, yeah, and Colden really does need good runs. He's still down in the points and whatnot. And while I didn't, and despite taking a brief look at the points after Richmond, I didn't see exactly where Cole Dillon was. And I'm sure he's still further down than he would like to be, especially considering he was in the top 10 points and hovering just outside of it for much of the season last year, and is actually last year's Rookie of the Year. But all he can do is now is trying to focus as the season moves on here, and he's doing pretty well in second at the moment. Sandwiched in between the two Kiro twins.
And his results have been getting better from the start of the season after pretty much finishing dead last. I'm pretty sure he did just dead last in the Daytona 500. And he's getting much better, getting top 20 top 25 runs. This is a big day for this 60 team.
Yep. And it was a big gamble by English Motorsports too. But then again, it's not unheard of for Sean English to take big gambles. I mean, he opened up his own team just to be able to get a ride in the Cup Series. He basically said, "No, I'm going to start my own Cup team with Blackjack and Hookers because no other Cup team would take a chance on him." So he took a chance on himself, and it's paid off. He's been a championship contender in basically all seasons he's run except his rookie season, and now he has a driver here who has a ton of talent, just has not had the luck to match this so far this year. As now we see Dylan go for the lead as they enter turn 3. And he will take it convincingly. So new leader, car number 60, as they come across the stripe to complete lap 18.
But now Hunter Kiro is going to have that draft. And here comes, shoot, I forget the 50. My bad. Oh wait, there is no 50. I'm still getting used to people. He was looking to the inside, didn't make the move. Oh, the 80.
Yeah, Jensen Nomina.
Apologies, folks.
You're good. Hunter Kiro maybe giving that 60 car a little bump.
Slides up the racetrack a little bit. It looked like he was close enough to pull the exact same move that but he's and 61 again sliding up that he could pick his nose down the back straight. I think he has a push coming. Maybe there's he picks the inside move and it's yes will side by side in the new.
Half
and
that
he
came
is
out
going
robotic,
to clear
but
him. Kira falls back in another position.
And now it is a battle of the twins.
Apologies.
No worries. You are experiencing technical difficulties.
Yeah,
of course, I'm not putting any blame on you. And Hunter Kiro will hold off his twin sister. And that briefly allowed McGranger to get the run on the high side to get side by side with the 7, but the 57 will fall back to 5th. And in the clutches of RJ Bishop, who, while he doesn't necessarily have the equipment, will have some good runs on merit and on pure pace from time to time. In fact, he is the 2019 Daytona 500 winner, so not unfamiliar with winning on the larger tracks such as Pocono. As the sweet Hunter Kiro now side by side with Jensen Nomina for second off of turn number 3 and down the front straightaway for the Start a lap 22.
Dylan maintaining his pace. I think that's Kiro. Oh, not there. Make the move on the 80. I look like he was heading to turn one from my perspective, but then again, I'm at like 2 frames a second right now. So
Yeah, it seems like the outside lane is starting to come into play here, at least for the exit of turn 3, as Nomina was actually able to hold off Kiro coming off that corner and whatnot. So it looks like you need to clear the
well, he's
person you're trying to pass on corner entry. Of course, as I say that, Kiro makes me look like a fool by clearing Nomina off of turn 3 instead.
and here comes the 57.
Yep,
Is he gonna be able to make the pass into turn one?
Not only will he make the pass on Nomina, but that's going to open the door for RJ Bishop to try and make a move on the 80 as well. As we see Reinhardt step out of line to try and make a move on Ilana Kiro here as they go through the tunnel turn. And going into turn 3, we'll complete that pass as Ryan Vaughn now dives it off into turn 3 to try and set sail around the 24. Meanwhile, for second place, here comes McGranger on Dylan. And now here comes Nomina. Looked to make a 3 wide. Didn't quite have the speed, though, but he's going to do it here in turn 3. 3 wide now for second. Interestingly, the little interspersed battles here in this pack has actually allowed Hancock to keep up with these guys somewhat, but it's not allowed the second group of cars, now led by Glenn Butler and Max O'Quinn, to catch up either, as we see this group kind of spread out as well here. It looks like Roberto Crown Jr. is the last car in terms of being on track. So not a good day for Roberto Crown Jr., unfortunately, but still could be worse.
And call me biased. I'm to toot my brother's horn. Mexico has been pretty decent this season. Pathfinder Racing, obviously showing a lot of speed, and here he is, could potentially flirt with the top 10 depending on how this race plays out.
Yep, take it.
But he's been having great speed. Auto Club did a great race for him as he's going to get 22 on his side.
That would be William Sparks in the 22 and whatnot. But yeah, it's uncommon for top tier teams to take in a rookie. I mean, we saw Krager Autosport do it a few years back with Therian Arnstruff. We had Team Penske do it last couple of years with various drivers, William Sparks, Ian Wallace, and whatnot. But teams like Pathfinder aren't really known for that. In fact, this is actually the first season Pathfinder's run on third entry. So to see Max O'Quinn do well, it's pretty good. Especially when thrown in the deep end like that.
More just down to that. Yeah. He's still running well, but something to add: rookies have not been doing too well these past season or two. So to still have to still have some teams on these rookies, yeah.
Yeah, and in fact, Max O'Quinn was at one point actually the highest scored Pathfinder car in points, I believe, after the first race or two. So that's got to count for something, right? So we see Nomina
Yep.
either take
His
or
teammate
retain.
wins the lead.
Uh, second place there. Granger now looking to take third back.
50.
And something must have happened to Hancock because over the last couple of laps, he has really lost touch with that lead pack. So now that lead pack's down to just 11 cars here. Of course, led by Hunter Kiro and whatnot, as we see Cole Dillon try and march back up towards the front here, as he's now side by side with RJ Bishop down the Long Pond Straight.
Well, with Hancock, these guys, they're appearing to not really battle as much. It's still semi early in the race, and we're about halfway, from what I can tell. Um, and some of these cars are definitely, arguably better, than Lionheart Racing. So Hancock is struggling. He is struggling, but I think again, most of these drivers in this second pack, Cody Lamas, I'm looking back there, I can see. I think that if something were to happen, that these drivers are going to be able to really take advantage of it as they're 3 wide at the turn 1 with the 77 to 82. I got a little close there.
Yep. Heflin, of course, a two-time winner of this track, and I believe this race, canonically speaking, if I recall correctly, and not running well right now, but he would certainly like to get up there. This is, as he describes, arguably his best track and his favorite track. So to see him running back here is actually a little out of the ordinary.
Well, of course, your best track's going to be your favorite track. But that is going to be an interesting story to continue to watch on in this race. Can the two-time winner here show up late in this event?
Well, it's all going to come down to pit stops more than likely, or if we get a caution, as Hunter Kiro has lost the lead. Jensen Noman is back out front, and Granger also took second, but Kiro's going to try and take it back now as they come into the shortest of the 3 straightaways and into the second longest of the 3 turns.
Going to retake second back from the 57. Going to slide up in there.
It is now Dodge, Ford, Mercedes, Ford, Dodge, the top 5. Of course, as I say that, Cole Dillon's going to make it Dodge, Ford, Ford, Mercedes, Dodge. Off of turn number 1. And RJ Bishop looks to follow the 60 down Long Pond into the tunnel turn, try and get around McGranger and kick the 57 back to the 5th place. But McGranger's fighting hard on that outside lane. As we are nearing halfway.
You think of Pocono, you think of this flat track. You wouldn't really think that an outside lane would really be able to work, but these drivers so very skilled, making it kind of a 2-lane race, except in turn 3 where the inside is really better for passing.
I don't know. From what I've seen, turn 1 is really the spot or area on the track where you want to be on that inside lane. As we see Crago almost take out the back bumper of the 98 as they go into turn 1. But turn 2, McGranger's been able to hold off on the outside. Turn 3, we've seen as long as you're side by side with the driver, you can outmaneuver them on that outside lane. I think that outside lane's starting to come in the longer they run here, especially in turn 2. Turn 1, yeah, you definitely want to be on that inside.
I think we might be getting the pass from the lead. That
yes, we did.
Was on. Oh, yes, we did. Back in front.
Yep.
This track's so hard. drive for these for these guys, but it's a true testament that who the best drivers really are.
Yep. I mean, even back as far recently as just 5 or even 6 years ago, the drivers were really discussing about how you have to take this place like a road course almost, and you have to plan your strategy from really the end of the race backwards towards the drop of the green flag in terms of strategy and as well as how you drive this place. But with this new next gen car, of course, a lot of unknowns going into this place, among others. I mean, they really didn't do much testing at some of these larger facilities for the next gen car. They really tested it mainly at tracks like Charlotte, Daytona, Watkins Glen, but that was about the extent of it, aside from a couple of the short tracks. So we see Lana Kiro now make a move on Crago, and oh boy, pit stops. Nomina comes down. You have Keen, Alana Kiro, Reinhardt, the first four cars coming down pit road as we see more drivers dive for that inside lane to try and make pit road. Further back, they are led by Robert Dobbs, rather. We see like a good 15 cars on pit road now. As we are at the halfway mark.
Four tire fuel. So drivers maybe close on fuel. I think some of these crews have told their drivers to stay on an extra lap just to make sure that they can.
Well,
As the 80, I think, comes out ahead.
Yeah, Nomina did in fact come out ahead. Drivers are hitting halfway this time by as we see basically the rest of the field come down pit road. So pit road going to be a little bit more congested here. So maybe a strategy call by some of these teams to come down a lap early, try and maybe stress out the field a little bit, but not have as congested a pit road to contest with.
Potentially, you see cars going out already at the four, being out your leader. Oh, no, not the four. I'm sorry, the 60. Rest of the field, and the 80 sends it on the outside. Pit definitely was better for that.
Yeah, in fact, the 92's pit stop was slow. He's outside the top five.
So it is almost a disaster stop for that team.
Yeah. Current running order: Nomina, Dylan, Bishop. As Bishop now goes for second place, as they're still on the outlap, technically. Keen is back up into fourth. Alana Kiro in fifth. Reinhardt sixth, and now Hunter Kiro battling Granger for seventh. So very slow pit stop for the 92 crew. That is not what they needed at all to try and close out the win here. But of course, they still got a little over 30 laps to try and make their way back up to the 80, although Nomina does have quite an advantage. In fact, the largest advantage we've seen out of anybody so far this race.
Yeah, no. Jump up nowhere from about 10th, third. But no man opened that his is good.
So yeah,
As you see, the 33 does gets cleared.
So yeah, like I mentioned, pitting a lap early with less congestion on pit road, and obviously having a faster stop definitely helped out some of these guys. I mean, Nomina's has the largest advantage we've seen so far today. Fedor Keen's back up in the third after dropping back from the drop of the green flag. Alana Kiro is in fifth right now, although I forget if she pitted the first time or the second time around. But yeah, it's not a great look for that Pepsi team crew there.
The leader cannot really has close to
Gold Lillian closes out a pass on Fedor Keen now for third. And that might open the door for Lana Kiro to try and make a similar move into turn one here. She's in the draft of the 60s. They go down the front straightaway for the 41st time today. Maybe the 40th? I don't know. We'll see the ticker updates. 40th time today.
So, we see the 33 drop back now.
So, yeah, the 33 is starting to drop back, and does not look like that car has long run speed, which is, well, obviously not ideal when it's been green flag racing the entire time. Of course, we are now in the 30 to go range here. And RJ Bishop has slowly been reeling in that number 80 here over the past few laps. So the battle for the lead here isn't over.
Bishop, I'm sticking on the bumper now of the gap. You know, is providing draft and they're all together. You know, it's much easier for them. That is the inside. It's all in time. Sorry.
You're coming out extremely robotic. I'm going to assume you're describing the pass of Cole Dillon and Alana Kiro on RJ Bishop.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't. I know. I'm so sorry.
Well, if there happen to be any protocol or what's the other one? If there are any protocol droids from the Star Wars universe watching this, Go ahead and translate in the comments.
Uh, uh, I didn't hear none of that.
I was making a Star Wars joke because Protocol Droid's translating uh, the roboticness from the technical difficulties.
Uh,
It's coming out more clear now, though. So
yeah, I just connected to the internet. Don't know why. Yep, and I could definitely see it much better. Instead of running at 2 frames, I'm running at 5 frames. So we're we're much better now, folks.
oh, that is going in the quote board for Day 500 Champs Discord server. Uh,
Just connected to the internet instead of running at 2 frames, running at 5 frames. Let's go. As we can see, the 33 attempting to make a pass on the 7, not quite able to. It's been really hard to pass on that inside unless you're side by side with the driver already.
And I think something might be amiss on that 98 because he just anchors thrown. He just lost 2, maybe 3 spots in the span of like half a lap there.
And now, well, good thing for this pack. Well, bad thing, excuse me. The number 92 is here, probably one of the fastest cars today.
If not the fastest.
Now he's.
What's up?
Hi there.
Oh,
Mr. Robert Dobb. 92 making the pass on, I think that's. I don't know. I'm not even going to try to pretend like I know the numbers. The 92, though, of Hunter Kiro is definitely driving with more anger now. He's passed 3 cars in the past lap, trying to get back to the leaders.
Yep. And now here comes Lana Kiro trying to make a move on Cole Dillon for second. That's going to allow Hunter to close in and allow Jensen to pull away.
But that draft has been so powerful today. They're just going to reel right back in within about a lap.
Yep.
They're too wide. Kiro giving a huge stub to his twin. Side by side, almost wrecked there.
Yeah. In fact, I think there might have been contact, but just goes to show the testament of just how well these drivers can keep these cars under control. Meanwhile, Jensen seeing these guys battle side by side behind him is all he needs to pull away and try to reinvigorate the advantage he had. Now, let's check deeper in the field here. Calvin Richards having a much better day than he was last week at Richmond. Being that he finished last, 41 laps down, being off track all 41 of those laps or so. So, Wolfpack has not had a good last couple of weeks, especially considering the fact that they had a double podium at Atlanta just 2 races ago. So, something amiss with Wolfpack those past couple races.
There's Hancock, someone we were hyping up earlier, down in the lower teens or 20s. I don't know. I can't see it just yet, but I'll figure it out.
22nd, according to NR 2003. And well, thankfully his teammate's no longer running last himself, Roberto Cron Jr. that is. So. However, it does look like the RTD guys are running last, which is not ideal. But somebody has to be at the back, and nobody wants to see their names there, but unfortunately somebody has to be.
We saw through wide with my my beloved brother running in the back there with the 23. I think that's the 40. That is
84.
not definitely not the 44. Thank you. I'm still trying to get everyone's numbers
Yeah,
correct.
yeah. The 44 is right there.
Yeah, Amy Wallace. There she is.
Yep. Of course, the 44 was the 29 last year. Like we mentioned earlier, Pathfinder Racing opened a third team for Max O'Quinn. First ever season that Pathfinder Racing has run 3 entries of any capacity. Uh, Meanwhile, Jacob Crago trying to make it a his own team 1-2 here. Where has the speed from the 62 come from? He has not been a front runner all race long, so probably adjustments made on that pit stop have finally come alive here. As we are
You're
going,
all. Oh,
so we are going to be at 20 laps to go now, as they cross the line. Fedor Keen looked to make it 3 wide there, but it is going to be Cole Dillon now running in third, Fedor Keen fourth, Alana Kiro fifth, RJ Bishop sixth, and Hunter Kiro back in seventh. Interestingly enough, Jensen Noman just continues to lead.
I think Kira's just saving his stuff for the end of the race. Hunter Kira, my bad. I forget there's like 3 Kira.
There's only 2. No worries.
See, I can't even get numbers right.
See, the worst part was you're lucky because they're on separate teams. They used to be teammates with reverse car numbers a few years ago.
They would be. Of course they would be. Kira. Oh, we have a pass for the lead. The 62. I think that is.
Yes, it is.
Jacob Crago. I can't talk now. He's to the lead, passes the 80, and the 60 is going to get a bit of an action heading into turn 2. The 33 kind of error pushing him, falls back behind the 80, so he's not going to lose too many spots, but he will lose a few as his team owner or teammate.
Technically both.
Yeah, it's a team owner. Takes the lead. Here comes the 33, not going to have the draft that the 80 will have, so might fall back after this straightaway. Yes, he will. Files in the line with one of the cars. Hunter Kiro absolutely sending it into turn 1. Passes
RJ Bishop.
RJ Bishop. And now I'm going to find him so I remember where he is. Yep, the 98.
And that's going to open the door for Alana to try and pass RJ as well. But Alana's not going to have as much of an easy time, I should say. In fact, they're still kind of side by side, even exiting the tunnel turn. Of course, now Alana able to outpower the 98. And don't think this race is over just because yours truly happens to be out front. Cole Dillon still has a fast car, and he is right on the ass end of the 62 here.
Caution's out for the next 18 laps.
Fun fact, I've actually had a glitch where that's happened before at a North Wilkesboro race.
It ended the race under caution. Oh, that's awesome.
No, because of the fact that it was in overtime, because I was using the Better Cautions program. And people kept on running out of fuel, so it kept on reinvigorating the caution every time they got a 1 to go.
Oh, well, this is what I was talking about. The 92 rubber banding back to third. I'm telling you, that 92 has so much speed.
Yep, of course, what helps when Ford is the 4-time defending manufacturer's champion. Now, Ford seems to have been given a little bit of a nerf early doors here, as the British would say, in the season thus far, but that hasn't at all deterred the teams from trying to run the best they can. In fact, Hunter Kiro already has a win this year, coming, I believe, at Rockingham. I'd have to verify that. I mean, you've already got the list up. You can probably verify that faster than I can.
Finished sixth at Rockingham. Sorry for the robotic. My lights blinked.
Anyways, Hunter Kiro now in second. And Theodore Keene now trying to take third away from Cole Dillon. Almost puts Cole Dillon into the wall, actually, there. So getting his elbows out there. And now that's going to open the door for RJ Bishop to try and take fourth away from the 60 off the tunnel turn. Of course, Hunter Kiro and Jake Craig, good friends off the track. But on the track, they are, of course, some of the fiercest competitors you will face. Of course, it also is kind of hilarious how they also are sponsored primarily by competing soda brands. Jacob by Coke and Kiro by Pepsi. And so bit of a rivalry there, but but more of the whole fun, treat your friends like an asshole, but you mean it in an endearing, platonic way type of thing. As Hunter Kiro had a really good entry there in the tunnel turn, and is now right on the ass end of the 62. Can he make a move in the turn 3? No, he's patient.
We're back to 2 frames a second.
Oh no.
Never mind, we're back to 5. We're back to 5. Oh Lord. Anyway, Kiro, like I said earlier, one of the fastest cars, probably the fastest now. Here with how many to go?
It is lap 58, so we are approaching 13 to go. Or
Kiro just biding his time now. Yeah, I think that's how math works. Yeah, that's how math works.
So yeah, either biding his time or trying to force Krago into a mistake. Of course, if Krago makes a mistake, that's what's going to open the door up for Theodore Keene to make a move as well. And maybe RJ Bishop, maybe even Ilana Kiro. That's how close these top 7 cars are running. As we see further back, Harold McGranger and Mikey Willard try to make a move on Erica Reinhardt down at the end of the top 10. And don't look now, but Travis Heflin in 11th, he's trying to catch up to these 3 and trying to crack the top 10. That, of course, would make all 3 Krago Autosport cars in the top 10 at a track that has been good to them, particularly Heflin, but to the team overall as well. So now the top 2 begin to separate themselves a little bit.
Hero is keeping Krago really honest there. He's pushing him through the corners is what I'm seeing. He's really just pushing him all the way out. He can make a move at any time, but I think that 92 is just basically helping the 62 until those last few laps where he's just pull to the side and make that complete the pass.
Either that or trying to force Krago into a mistake via the Intimidator button. Either way, Kiro is on the ass end of the 62 and will probably stay there until the best opportune time. But of course, Krago is no slouch, and he himself is an aggressive driver and will do anything he can to try and stay ahead, short of, just flat out wrecking a guy.
As we hope does not happen here. It's been a pretty good race so far, in my opinion. Even though, again, been at 2 frames a second.
By,
But
by the way, 9.5 laps to go, roughly, give or take, depending on where on the track you define halfway.
backstretch. So Kiro is kind of running out of time, but I think he's just trying to time it perfectly. Make sure that he ends up with this victory instead of the 62
or the 33, or even the 7, his sister. Because Alana Kiro has mentioned she does want to have more wins and whatnot, and try and not necessarily one up her brother, because she has admitted that with her late time of joining the series compared to her brother, she's more than likely not going to be a championship type of driver. But she'd still like to, make her own mark and legacy on the sport as well. And try and one up her brother. Oh, as we see Hunter make the move.
Contact! End of the tunnel turn, the 62 and the 92, side by side. Heading between 2 and 3. 62 is, Craigo is going to pull away. But that 92, definitely, like I said, keeping Craigo honest. As the 33 and the 7 going to close up. As you were talking about Amy there, I want to talk about I'm not even going to try to pronounce that name, but Keen. How crazy would it be if that 33 won 2 races in a row?
I don't think that's going to happen, because just like Hunter moving the 62 the previous time, the 7 just about turned the 33 going into turn 1, which is probably the worst spot on the track to turn somebody, considering how fast you enter that corner. And that is going to cause Fedor Keen to lose 3 spots, maybe 4, in the span of just 1 lap.
I think we're coming to about 6 laps to go, so he doesn't have much time to make up those positions. There's a 92 now, gonna make the move.
It will be 7 to go at the line, so you were off by 1, but you were still close. I'll give you that.
I think I meant to say 7 to go. Anyway, down the front stretch, Craigo keeping his nose out there on the outside. And in turn 1, I think this is where Kira will pull away, and he does. His sister now he's hoping that the 7 does try to make that pass, and I think she's already gonna make it. And in turn 2, sends it in there. And now they're side by side.
And now Jensen Noman is going to take advantage and get side by side with his team boss there. No team orders here. Now will Alana try and take advantage of the situation and try and pass Hunter? Like I mentioned, it would be the perfect opportunity to one up her brother.
The battle of the siblings now heating up here in Pocono with 6 laps to go.
But here comes Krieger now trying to pull the switcheroo on Alana in a tunnel turn. Same spot she passed him. Alana's able to hold on a little bit better, though.
This is really helping out Hunter right now.
Yep.
He is loving watching this in his rear view mirror.
Assuming he's even paying attention to the rear view mirror. 5 laps to go. Can confirm Travis Heflin has broken into the top 10 as we see him way back in the distance there, back in 8th. And Alana Kiro is going to fall back to 5th place here after that move that Craigo made on her 1 lap ago. So now it is Hunter Kiro, Jacob Craigo, Jensen Nomina, Cole Dillon, Alana Kiro. The top 5 with Fedor Keen and RJ Bishop rounding out the top 7. And meanwhile, it's Heflin, Walsh, and Sparks rounding out the top 10, but that might change here as Sparks takes a look to the inside of Walsh through the tunnel turn and into turn 3. That might open the door for drivers behind them as we see RJ Bishop now they can move on Keene down the front straightaway. And Crago taking a look to the inside as it going in turn 1. Is he going to be able to get there? No. Three and a half laps to go now. I think you're right earlier about Hunter Kiro saving his equipment.
Looking for Hunter Kiro, best car of the day. What a second one.
7's coming down pit road. 33 is coming down pit road.
Oh, I think some people think that. Oh wait, this just
all three Steven Mers like racing cars are coming down pit road. Mers like Blade Runner all joining Alana Kiro.
A couple cars other as well.
What a turn of events! Can these guys even make it? They pit around halfway. I could have sworn that would have equated to them making it. Oh, Hunter Kiro might not win this race after all. And when you think back to the pit stop at halfway, he came in the leader but came out like 5th or 6th due to the fact that his crew had a slow stop. They're not coming down pit road this time. It is 2 laps to go. A couple more cars come down. The 15, the 59, I believe that is. Are these guys going to pit this time by? Crago makes a move down to the inside. Kiro holding him off for now. They're side by side. They're coming to the white flag this time by. Are they going to come down pit road, though?
To the inside, here comes the 80. Is Kiro going to run off the high side?
They're coming to the white flag. Crago leads them down towards turn 1. Are they going to run out of fuel? Do they have enough? Did some people just make a miscalculation? Hunter Kiro losing spots, being caught on the outside lane there. Does Jensen Nomina deny his team owner a victory at Pocono? Crago's pulling away.
No. I think. Oh, the 80s. Oh, wait. Maybe not. I think the 80's out of gas.
No, the 80's still in power. Off turn number 3, it is going to be Crago at the line in an interesting turn of events. That is a horrible spot to mute or have the camera turned off there. Did anybody run out of gas coming to the line? Oh, the 81 ran out of gas. Reinhardt will make it across the line and under her own power, but heartbreak for the 81. She crosses the line out of fuel. And yeah, a lot of people are now dropping down out of fuel, so they had just barely enough. Couple more laps and we would be seeing probably a different winner. So that, man, could you imagine if they had to pit before halfway?
I could not. What an incredible turn of events there. That's Jacob Curo's last win. Well, his first win since last year. At a trying to find what race it was.
Oh, and just NRAI shenanigans there. Anyways, but
His last win since New Jersey Motor Speedway at the AutoZone 500 over a year ago. It has been
well,
for Jacob Curo.
not
Grego.
not quite in universe a year ago, but yeah. And of course, the fuel mileage giveth, the fuel mileage taketh away. As Craigo lost the championship last season due to fuel mileage, and now he wins today because of fuel mileage. So it is Craigo, Bishop, Nomina, Dillon, Hunter Kiro, Heflin, Sparks, Walsh, Hancock, McGranger, the top 10 after all is said and done. And as we see, just AI shenanigans there hitting the end of the fifth wall. Erica Reinhardt is listed as no fuel, but that, of course, will be corrected in scoring after the fact. Anyways, but man, that was an interesting turn of events there. Both times I've had a co-commentator, the races have been pretty decent. I should have more co-commentators more often.
I'm depending on everything. I might if you let me, and Lord willing, and the internet doesn't die.
Yeah, and Discord allows it to happen, and my computer doesn't
Discord
shit
doesn't
itself.
crash. Discord doesn't crash like 3 times.
And my computer doesn't shit itself trying to do anything.
Oh my gosh.
Anyways,
Well,
Meep, thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you for having me, and what an incredible day. I'll wrap us up, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much for watching this production.
Hold
My
on.
name's Meep.
Hold on.
Oh wait, hold on.
You're skipping a step here.
Oh, I'm skipping a step. I don't know what the other step is. I'm a little dum so.
Next time around, we are going to be racing at a new road course, one of 3 this season.
Yes.
It is going to be Cape Cod International Circuit. So it is one that I've been wanting to run for a while lately, or for a while now, I should say, but just because of previous AI issues. But thankfully, Scion, or however you pronounce their name, username, was able to find a fix for it a couple years back. Just have not been able to find a way to get it onto the schedule, but I found a way now. So we're going to be racing at Cape Cod next time. Damn it! Now I feel like Takahata on one of the Dragon Ball Z abridged commentary things. Anyways, but we'll be racing at Cape Cod next time around. Now, Meeps, you can take us out.
All right, my bad on that. Again, I'm new here, guys. But ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for coming to this, watching this broadcast. Like and subscribe. Tune in next week for Cape Cod. My name is Meep. I'm here joined with. That's where you pop in because I don't.
Jacob Craig. I use my real name. Basically anything.
Okay. So. Bro commentated in the car. But thank you very much for watching. We will see y'all later.
Take care, folks.